Hello, people. Welcome to my show, Mid-Rock Crisis. And today we're going to talk about Stevie Nicks. If I can manage to get this one out to you without the algorithms stopping me. And this is going to be a pretty long show, so kick back. Stephanie Lynn Nicks, American singer-songwriter, best known for her contribution to Fleetwood Mac and her solo career, which is ongoing. Stevie Nicks has a contralto vocal range and a gift for symbolism in her lyrics. She has developed a style which she calls her uniform, which includes long flowing robes, a Wiccan look, if you will, and 6-inch platform boots, the latter used to increase her largesse when standing next to Mick Fleetwood, who is 6'6". Nicks has over 40 top 50 hits. Between her solo career and Fleetwood Mac, she has over 140 million units sold, outselling all but a few in the recording business. She was influenced by the style of Janis Joplin and Grace Slick for her performance draped in dripping chiffon. She was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame twice, the first female to do that. She's from Phoenix, Arizona, of English, Irish, and German ancestry. Her grandfather was a country music singer who sang duets with her. Beginning at the age of 4, her mom read fairy tales to her at bedtime. Her dad's business all over the Southwest to Albuquerque, El Paso, Salt Lake City, Los Angeles, and San Francisco kept the family moving around. For her 16th birthday, she got a guitar and she spent her adolescence singing and listening to records and playing along. She joined her first band in high school and they called themselves Changing Times. They played folk rock covers and sang harmonies. Stevie first met Lindsey Buckingham during her senior year when she came upon him playing guitar and singing California Dreamin' at a youth club. Stevie joined him in harmony. They thought nothing of it at the time, but in 2 years, Buckingham called Stevie to join his psychedelic rock band, the Fritz Rapine Memorial Band, also known as Fritz. Joining in 1967, Stevie brought a country twang to the songs, many of which were written by Buckingham. When Stevie added some of her own songs to the set, the band became popular enough to be asked to open shows for Janis and Jimi Hendrix. Stevie still has a memento, one of Janis's bead necklaces. Lindsey and Stevie both took coursework at San Jose State University. Nicks majored in speech communication as she planned a career as an English teacher. The two left college after 2 years to pursue a music career. Fritz fell apart, but Stevie and Lindsey continued as a duet, composing and playing wherever they could. They recorded demos. This got them a tentative deal with Polydor. They put out their album Buckingham Nicks in 1973. It didn't sell, and Polygram dropped them. Bump. This album is very special to me. I first heard it when I was a freshman at college. My roommate had a copy. It was great. I loved it immediately. Here's the songs. 1. Crying in the Night. It's about a woman intent on breaking men's hearts because she can. Jim Keltner's on drums, Waddy Wachtel on second guitar. Number 2, Stephanie. Lindsey Buckingham is an incredible guitar talent on acoustic and electric, and he knows it. 3, Without a Leg to Stand On. Lindsey is also a versatile singer and lyricist. I just wish he was a nicer guy. He has a crazy temper. Number 4, Crystal. Lindsey sings on a Stevie song. Their voices blend, and you can tell that they are made for each other. That's trite, I know, but there's no other way to say it. 5, Long Distance Winner. Stevie Nicks is wise beyond her years. Songs present a boy and a girl of undetermined age racing down a hill, passing the girl by. He's the winner, but is he? Number 6, Don't Let Me Down Again. Lindsey's voice sounds like Christine McVie on this one, but he hasn't even met her yet. Number 7, Django. This is a guitar instrumental. A minute of acoustic guitar, not particularly sounding like Django Reinhardt, but it really doesn't have to be. 8, Races Are Run. This song is a fine example of the it factor I've mentioned. A chord or a note juxtaposed to another, producing a certain quality, is often felt as a shiver or maybe an emotional release. It's one way of putting it. And number 9, Lola My Love. Waddy Wachtel is on slide guitar, and Lindsey's guitar work shines again. And then 10, Frozen Love. You wish the song weren't over. You wish the album weren't over. I think this might be the best song on the best album. It proves that Buckingham Nicks brings to Fleetwood Mac's table. The guitar break is absolutely gorgeous. I don't know why Polydor couldn't market this album. Was it because they didn't have a backing band? Maybe they thought a record by two lovers wouldn't pay off in the long run, because of course they would break up, and that would be that. Now let me tell you, if you are a fan of Fleetwood Mac and you haven't heard this album, then you don't know Stevie Nicks. This is a must hear. The fact that I knew and loved this album helped me to find the woman I would marry, and we are together now, 45 years later. It was my wife's favorite album, and we are still both big fans of Stevie Nicks. Even with no promotion, the album did get radio play in Birmingham, Alabama, a place where Fritz had been popular. Back in California, Fleetwood Mac's drummer Mick Fleetwood heard Frozen Love at a studio that he was checking out. Fleetwood Mac had left England to settle in Los Angeles. They'd recently lost two members, Danny Kerwin and Bob Welsh. Mick thought Lindsey's guitar playing would fit with Fleetwood Mac, but Lindsey told him that he and Stevie were a package deal. Stevie had written several songs prior to joining Fleetwood Mac, including Rhiannon, Sorcerer, Monday Morning, and these would become Fleetwood Mac songs. Rhiannon was a name Stevie read in a novel called Triad by Mary Leader. Stevie also wrote Landslide about the time in Aspen, and also about her stormy relationship with Lindsey. In 1975, Fleetwood Mac had international success with their first album with Stevie and Lindsey. Rhiannon was included, and it was one of the 500 greatest of all-time rock songs. On stage, Stevie's performance of the songs took on a theatrical verve not seen on the album. Rhiannon and Landslide were gigantic hits. Stevie took to weaving stage garments of flowing skirts and diaphanous veils and shawls. She seemed to float across the stage in the multicolored spotlights, singing her low notes melodically, fronting arguably the best rock band at that time. And then they put out Rumors. Here's the songs. Number 1, Secondhand News. This is Lindsay's song. His scat singing does nothing for the song. When this was recorded, Mick Fleetwood was elsewhere, and Lindsay provided percussion by patting on the furniture. Number 2, Dreams. Stevie asks, "Do you want your freedom? Thunder only happens when it's raining." But that's really not true, is it? And neither are you. 3, Never Going Back Again. Lindsay's guitar brilliance. But never say never, Bucky. I'm going to pause now. I'll be right back.